should really put in their mindset is our game to win. And tonight they kind of it looked like they kind of felt that the Giants were at home and they could, be in some trouble. Chris Bryant came through, probably will be the MVP this year. He's got to drive the bus right now. Rizzo's got to stop pressing. He's too good of a hitter all over the field to be looking to pull balls right now.
Yeah, I think
he's trying to pull everything right now.
I think that's fair, and I think you do. And Matt had mentioned you got to give some credit to Connor Gillespie, man. I mean, the homer against Familia, and then he just smoked that pitch from Chapman. I mean, unbelievable. Hey, guess what? 3 a.m. on the East Coast, but you know what? Pete is the most awake of all of us.
Yes. Come on, A-Rod, wake up, man.
Oh, man. Welcome. You're watching the postgame show here on FS1. Yeah, it was a long game, 13 innings, that's for sure. Frank Thomas, Pete Rose, Alex Rodriguez. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. If for some reason you just woke up in the East, had to get a little snack, missed the game, here's what we got. It was Bumgarner and Arrieta going at it. And not a game you would think. Second inning, Arrieta at the plate. Remember, he's a good hitter in the 260s during the regular season. And guess what? He takes Bumgarner out for a 3-run bomb, and the Cubs are in the lead looking for the sweep.
I'm not shocked at this. I've seen both of these guys that are pitching tonight hit monster home runs all year long. These guys are two of the best competitors in baseball. Bumgarner finally got a taste of his own medicine, I guess.
Yeah, but the Giants, Frank, would scrap, they would claw, they would work their way back in the game. And in the 8th inning, it was 3-2. And Joe Madden, as we were talking about, decides to go to Chapman after Rendon issued a walk. 2 on, nobody out. Connor Gillespie, the hero from the wild card game. Connor Gillespie, boom! Deepest part of the park. It's going to get over Almora's head. A great effort, but it's a triple of the 2-1 variety, and the Giants in the lead. Unbelievable. What a turn of events. Just when it looked like you could finally take out the Giants.
Lefty, 102 miles per hour.
It's pretty incredible. Chapman's only allowed 1 homer to a lefty in his career. Wow. Any other park, that probably is a home run. But guess what? Top 9, Bryant against Romo. That's gone. And watch where it hits, off the roof of the car.
He's had a special season this year, Kevin. This guy should win the MVP this year. He's probably going to win it in a close vote with 2 or 3 other guys, but he's very deserving.
Man, that was tight. So it gets over, it ties the game. Bottom 9, Almora, incredible. And he robs Posey, and Belt was taking a shot to run there, and he gets doubled off. And that's that. We go to extra innings. Just unbelievable. That would have won the game. Belt was counting on it. Doubled off, and so we continue. Let's go to the 13th. Joe Panik against Montgomery. Panik not bunting with the leadoff man on, hitting the game winner. Off the wall, Brandon Crawford will score. Giants live for another day, or in this case, the same day. They'll play game 4 a little bit later today. Montgomery got the loss, but boy, he was great. Shame for him because he pitched very well in relief. Longest relief outing he has had all year. Giants 6, Cubs 5. In 13, Brandon Crawford, one of the heroes, of course, scoring the game-winning run, and he caught up after the game with Ken Rosenthal.
Brandon, first of all, that was one crazy game. The way it ended, your double, let's start there. What were you looking for at that point? What were you just trying to do?
I was down 0-2, so I was trying to just battle and see if I could put something in play, maybe get some hard contact. I mean, I was looking for anything. He can throw anything in that situation with the leadoff guy of the inning, and he was ahead 0-2. So fortunately, he kind of left the curveball up there, and I was able to get the barrel on it.
Hey, what was the mood in the dugout when Chapman came in the game for a 6-out save?
I don't think it changed a whole lot. We had a couple guys on, I think, at that point, so we were excited. We were getting something started there, and I don't think it. I mean, Chapman's obviously a great pitcher. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it really the mood changed a whole lot. And we were just trying to keep that rally going.
Your bullpen obviously had a lot of trouble in the second half, but tonight and even the game before was really good. What can you say about those guys? Just the way that they've persevered.
They did awesome. I mean, really, our whole pitching staff did great. I mean, Bum had that one mistake early in the game, but pitched great after that. And our bullpen did awesome. They held it down for us for a while, and they had some troubles during the regular season that second half, but we all did as a team, and we all kind of persevered through that. Had a great last week of the regular season, bullpen included, and we're just trying to kind of keep it rolling.
Last question. It looked like you had a pretty painful moment there at third base. How was your elbow?
It went numb for a second, but the feeling started coming back. It's sore right now, a little bruised and sore.
Brandon, thanks. We'll see you later today.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Tell you what, it was what a wild game. You know, 3-2, and you're like, man, this is kind of uneventful. And then the last 2 innings, 8th and 9th were unreal, and then here we are in the 13th, and Crawford, one of the heroes, as the Giants win it. So now the question is, Giants stay alive, they'll play Game 4. Who's got the edge for Game 4, Giants or the Cubs?
I mean, for me, is the Giants. They're playing with the house's money. They have nothing to lose. They have Matt Moore on the mound, who's got very good stuff. I faced him quite a bit. He's got a 4-pitch mitch. He's got a fastball. He's got a cutter. He's got an overhand curveball, and he's got a power changeup. He's been pitching very well. I'd like to see him pitch a good game tomorrow.
Who haven't you faced?
I'm old, Pete. Old.
You're old. Wow. Let me ask a question. Chapman tonight.
Yes.
Threw 21 pitches. Will that affect him tomorrow night if he's needed to save another game? So does that put the ball in San Francisco's court?
I would think he'd be okay.
He'll be fine. They had a day off yesterday.
Pete, it won't physically, but it has potential to have a carryover mentally.
Mentally. Because he can't blow that fastball by everybody.
His first blown save since August 19th, by the way. So how does he and you said, how does he react in a big spot? That's very, very
We're going to
interesting
see.
to me. Frank, what do you think?
Momentum change. Giants at home. Big win tonight. Big crowd tomorrow night. You got to like the Giants' chances tomorrow night. But I still like the Cubs to win this series. I just keep saying this. The only difference of them sweeping the Dodgers last week, they did it at home all the way. They will have to go back to Chicago if they win tomorrow night.
That's not going to be easy. Let's go to Dontrell Willis again. Let's check in. D-Train, you still alive over there in the pitching cube? All right.
Still loving it.
How you feeling about this now? Who's got the edge, Giants or Cubs, going into Game 4?
Especially how that ball game ended and the way the Giants were able to claw back into it. I think they put the pressure back on the Cubs because the Cubs do not want this to go back to Wrigley, even though that's their home confines in a Game 5, because anything can happen, as they experienced in 2003. Don't mean to drop that on you guys and Cubs fans, but that's the situation right now. Matt Moore definitely does have command of both breaking balls. I do agree with A-Rod. This is going to be another tough matchup. And for me, and John Lackey, even though he's a seasoned veteran, he struggles inside the lineup, especially the third time around. So let's keep that in a factor right now. So the pressure right now is on the Chicago Cubs to get this done tomorrow.
Dontrell, one last one. Chapman, will he be all right tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. He's a hard worker. He's definitely someone that long tosses and definitely gets his arm in shape. He's definitely hot and ready for tomorrow.
All right, D-Train, go take a rest. We'll need you to be back here in a couple hours to talk about the pitching matchup in Game 4. All right, here's what it looks like for Game 4, right? Here's what our day looks like on FS1. Baseball, baby. Hope you like it, because here's what we're... You're right, it is today.
Sleep fast, Petey.
Little late, Pete. It's coming up today. We've got the Nats and the Dodgers at 4 Eastern. Cubs, Giants, 8:30 Eastern. And, of course, we'll have a pregame show on the air before all of that. Post-game show following. Basically, we're all sleeping here. The cots are set up right outside. Okay, a lot more to do.
Separate beds, though, right?
Oh, no, we're all sleeping together.
Oh.
Big old FS1.
Frank.
As long as we got
Frank.
food, Petey, I'm okay.
Still leftovers. Hey, by the way, the Indians are moving on. They celebrate tonight at Fenway and the end of an era. Big Poppy shedding some tears, saying hello and goodbye one last time to the fans in Fenway. We'll talk about David Ortiz and those Indians, and then those Nationals. Surprising, pesky Nationals. Earthquake City in Los Angeles. They've got a 2-1 lead. It's late. We're here with you. Baseball. We love it.
First, there's shaving. Blades, sharp and precise. Then Gillette shielding. Comfy lubrication before and after. And also, cooling. Ooh, got goosebumps. Gillette Pro Shield Chill with lubrication before and after the blades. Shields and cools while you shave. Pro Shield Chill from Gillette, the best a man can get. Pro Shield, available with or without chill.
Viagra single packs. So guys with ED can take Viagra when they need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
Sam Darnold and USC take on Arizona. Saturday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
It's not just a car. It's your daily retreat. spoil yourself. The NLDS Hybrid. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Whopper. Whopper. Fries. Fries. Soda. Soda. $10. Someone's gonna get fired.
Fired and Flame Grilled. Get 2 100% beef Whopper sandwiches, 2 fries, and 2 drinks now for just $10. It's the 2 for $10 Whopper meal, only at Burger King.
The first rule of being a Viking is that teamwork is important. Remember to do the little things. Help each other out. And the second rule of being a Viking, there's more than one way to win. Vikings, War of Clans. Play free now.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
The 2016 postseason is here. MLBShop.com has you covered. Get your team's official gear now at MLBShop.com.
И вот хороший шанс. Высокий удар под забор. И будет ли ловля? Нет, ловли нет. У нас равный счет. Крис Брайант. Вот это грандиозный талант. И как же обидно теперь. Должно быть Giants. Они не набрали дополнительных очков внизу 9-го иннинга.
You know, it's 3 in the morning, East Coast, so we figured we'd play a Russian radio call. Pete, you have a translation for us?
Boy, the Cubs are popular.
Yes, they are.
They are popular.
Even in St. Petersburg, they have a Chris Bryant jersey.
I didn't know they liked baseball in Russia.
President Putin was listening to this game?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't hear anything in the call about Sputnik or anything like that, so it sounded just fine.
I just got a text from Donald Trump. He's up at 3:30 again.
On that note,
just kidding. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I think there were games in the American League. Please, just roll any highlight if there weren't any games in the American League. Roll something. Oh, hey!
Get us out of here.
Indians and Red Sox. David Ortiz, Francisco Lindor. Could this be the final game for Big Papi? Top 6. Indians up. Coco Crisp. He's got to be thinking, man, I was in Oakland a couple weeks ago. Now I'm in Cleveland. Chance to go to the ALCS. 4-1 Indians. Bottom 6. Ortiz up 2-1. And Ortiz lines one to center. Davis.
Nice catch.
And Pedroia will tag up and score, making it 4-2. Cleveland on top. And so we go to the 8th. Same score. Ortiz firing up the crowd. See if they get it going here. Hanley Ramirez against Cody Allen. Base hits. Mookie Betts scores. It's a 1-run game. And Ortiz out for a pinch runner to a standing ovation in Fenway. 9th inning. Ortiz can only watch. Red Sox winning runs on base. Travis Shaw flying out. Game, series, champagne. And the Indians onto the ALCS. And at the same time, an emotional David Ortiz coming back out to acknowledge the crowd. A final farewell, one of the greats in this game. But the Indians going back to the ALCS, first time since '07. We've got a lot to discuss here. Like David Ortiz in his final game. But let's go to hear from the Indians first.
It's the playoffs. You know, we know we're playing against one of the best teams in the world, and they're not going to give up. You know, I've been on that other side over there, and I know how that fight is over there. And it was intense, a little nerve-wracking, exciting, and that's what this part of the season's all about.
This doesn't get old, man. To be able to celebrate with your family on the accomplishments you've made, it's something special. It's something that never gets old.
It's awesome. I mean, you know, it was definitely a hard-fought series. I know we won 3-0, but that doesn't speak volumes to how difficult it was, for sure.
Is he a welder?
He can, if he'd like.
Look like party at Napoli's, baby.
You know,
is he welding on the side?
Good news, Pete, is when we come back, we have the Brian home run call from Nepal. So we'll have that radio call if you'd like to be in on that. So that's what we got: the American League, Indians and the Blue Jays. Got to admit, guys, you know, when Carrasco went down, Salazar, you know, I didn't think they had enough, but give them credit, Frank, not only winning this first-round series, but a sweep of the Red Sox.
That offense really came to life second, third month of the season. We were talking about that. We knew that pitching was so dominant, but all of a sudden they started hitting everything. So the Cleveland Indians with Terry Francona is a team you got to watch. He's been there, done that a couple times. So this team is not, they're going to fight and they're not going to lay down for anybody.
I got to take it off for Francona, take my hat off to him because these guys are fighters. Cleveland, they just find a way to win. I mean, they can win with an error, they can win with a base hit, with a home run. They even won a game on a balk. I mean, they just find ways to win baseball games. That's why they're right there on top.
Yeah, and you know, Frank, every button he pushed worked, including a lot of buttons with one of your former teammates, right?
You know, Kevin, absolutely. I mean, I agree with you. Tito Francona is one of the, game's best managers, but they were always a very good team for me. They became great and a World Series favorite when they acquired Andrew Miller from us, the New York Yankees. You know, Andrew Miller is like the queen in the chessboard. There's so much you can do with him. He's so powerful. There's so much diversity. And Tito Francona can do pretty much whatever he wants with him. And you saw him dominate Big Papi in some big at-bats. But Pete, as good as he is on the field, and he is, for me, the best reliever in the game, he may be even better in the clubhouse. What he does as a leader, what he does with the young teammates, and how he sets the tone for starters and relievers, he's off the charts.
Can I ask you a question in terms of being his teammate? Not a lot of guys would go and be like, hey, cool, I won't close, I won't even set up, I'll just go pitch in the 5th, 6th inning. There's not a lot of guys that would be like that. How is he that type of personality?
You know, Kevin, I played for 22 years. I've never seen a clubhouse hurt so much when a guy was traded.
Really?
And it wasn't just because he's a great... Look, he is the best reliever in the game. He has the best slider. He throws 94. He can get righties and he can get lefties out. He's extremely intelligent. He went to the University of North Carolina, but he's a leader. He cares. He speaks out in meetings. I don't think the world knows what a special guy Andrew Miller is.
Wow.
Struck out 7 of the 16 batters he faced in the series. 7 of 16.
That's very strong.
And I'll tell you another thing. Tito Francona leads the league in spitting out sunflower seeds.
Oh, he likes bubble gum, too.
Well, he's very good at it.
He's the best.
He's a winner.
He's also very good at managing.
No question.
You think
he was happy beating Boston?
Probably so. Just a little bit.
Just a smidge.
You think he'd be happy if he faced the Cubs?
I think he'd also be happy.
Yes.
You know, David Ortiz, with this, David Ortiz in a great career coming to a close. And kind of quiet. Red Sox get swept. He didn't do much for change of all the great postseason moments he's had. But emotional, as you can obviously expect, out on the field with the fans after the game. And then, of course, he took a long time at the podium answering questions.
Right after the meeting, they came and told me that the fans were expecting me. They were, calling my name out there. So I definitely always want to show love to the fans. And I started thinking, I had my moment once I walk into the mount, start looking around. And, that moment that hits you, knowing that you're not going to be able to be performing in the best baseball in the world in front of all this. No disrespect to anyone, but I think we had the best fans worldwide. It's something that it kind of hit me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. And like I say, I've been trying to hold my emotions most I can, but that last second I couldn't hold it no more.
There's a lot of things you could say about David Ortiz. I like to start with you, the Hall of Famer, Big Hurt. Is David Ortiz a Hall of Famer?
He's definitely has the greatest chance of being the first full designated hitter to get into the Hall of Fame. What a great career. Going out like this, I'm sure he didn't plan on this. He was looking to ride out as a champion. So maybe that still leaves that door like a little ajar.
Come on back. Come on back.
This team needs him. I think this Boston team achieved so much this year. They still have unfinished business. I mean, if I'm the front office, I'm still maybe calling him saying, hey, maybe one more year. But, he said his feet are hurting. He's tired of preparing for games. It's taking too long nowadays. I respect him if he's walking away. He's had one heck of a career, 3 rings. But still, I'm just like, why walk away when you have a chance right now to still be the league MVP?
I've been in this game longer than anybody on this set right here. And I've never seen a town embrace a guy like this. I mean, I don't know if Jeter was embraced by the New York fans when he retired, but this guy means so much to that Boston area. It's unbelievable. I saw Mays retire. I saw every star in the history of baseball in the last 35 years retiring. This guy is in a league of his own as far as being popular in the town that he played
How
for.
about the Big Red Machine yourself in Cincinnati compared to Big Papi in Boston?
Big Papi is bigger. I mean,
really?
It's unbelievable how much they love this guy. You know, they love me in Cincinnati.
He got a bridge, Pete.
Well,
they just named a bridge after him.
We all got a road or a bridge or something.
Well,
Frank.
yeah, okay.
You got a restaurant.
Well, don't worry about that.
For now.
For now. For now.
You know, Pete, I go back with Big Papi. We both broke in Seattle.
Yeah.
I know him as a teenager. I knew him when he was in Appleton, Wisconsin, and he was just David Ortiz back then. I remember in 1996, we went down for an exhibition game, and we had a home run derby, and it was Buhner, myself, and Griffey. He schooled us all. He ended up winning the home run contest. But what impresses me most about him is he's got a Babe Ruthian kind of feel to him. He's larger than life. And for me, he is a Hall of Fame player. He's a Hall of Fame ambassador, and he's as good as it gets. And he leaves the game better than when he started. I mean, we're all going to miss him.
When you asked me about the Big Red Machine in Cincinnati, the reason it was bigger in Boston because the Cincinnati fans had more than one guy to celebrate. They had Bench, they had Morgan, they had Perez, they had myself. You know, since Ted Williams, who's been bigger? Yastrzemski, now Papi. So there hadn't been that many guys follow, along Big Papi's records.
Let me have a little fun with this because everyone's been asking you if you're going to officially, retire. Should Big Papi retire?
I'm the last guy. They should be asking about retirement. But after sitting in this desk for about 5 hours, he's going to miss playing baseball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's
He's going to miss it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like sit next to me, Alex? You know, if I'm the Red Sox, it might not work, but I'd go to Big Papi and I'd say, David, I'm going to make you the highest paid player in the history of baseball. Will you come back and play for us?
Yes, I will.
You think?
I mean, it's pretty. I don't know. You know, it depends how much.
It's a big void hole in that clubhouse if he does not come back.
You're right.
You know, this team is special. We saw them all year long. I mean, they beat people's brains in. If their pitching had been good as we wanted them to be, they probably could have won this whole dang thing. So
we'd be top 5 in MVP.
He is the last icon that the game has. And you can make an argument that he's the most valuable player to that franchise than any other player in baseball.
Will he be a top 5 MVP candidate this
For
year?
me, he is the MVP.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
one hell of a year.
That's good stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. So joy and jubilation for the Indians. Sad day for Big Papi and the Red Sox. Meanwhile, National League, another series to get to. Nationals and Dodgers. Who would take the lead in this one? Highlights coming next.
You talk about the Cowboys and the Patriots like they're like your kids.
That's the hottest seat in sports media. This is undisputed.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and you're talking to your doctor about your medication, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira helping me go further. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms. Humira has been clinically studied for over 18 years.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB. Hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ready for a new chapter? Talk to your rheumatologist. This is Humira at work.
Meet the new face of late night sports talk, Katie Nolan.
It's my show. If you weren't paying attention, you're paying attention now.
Garbage Time with Katie Nolan on FS1.
Did you know you can start a $10,000 Gerber Life grow-up plan for your child that will double during age 18 for just pennies a day?
What's more important than your kid?
Call 1-800-417-6057 or go online now for a grow-up plan.
This is a legal alert for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. If you used Johnson's baby powder, shower to shower, or another talcum powder product, you may have a case.
Call 1-800-530-9614. That's 1-800-530-9614.
I won this 55-inch TV for less than $30 on DealDash.com.
I got this $1,200 computer for $100.71.
These aren't actors, they're real people who got real savings at DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. At DealDash.com, you can save up to 99%, but hurry, everything must go.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
Hey, baseball fans, I'm Jay, that's Stan. We host Fox Sports Live. It's coming up right after the postgame show. Hey, David Ortiz has his next job lined up. It's with the Shopping Channel.
And our guest on this show, Hall of Famer Frank Thomas. So we get to talk baseball, babies, books, just the bees after the postgame show.
If the Giants win, that game's at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. A drive to right. And the Giants will win tonight. Here's Crawford with the winning run. And San Francisco survives to see another day.
Like they've done plenty of times before, Joe Panik, 3 hits tonight. That was the game winner in 13. Off Mike Montgomery and scored Brandon Crawford. And instead of a Cubs sweep, which it looked like for most of this night, the Giants come back, even despite a Chris Bryant 9th inning tying home run. And in 13, they outlast the Cubs 6-5. Madison Bumgarner gave up a 3-run home run to Jake Arrieta, but battled and kept his team in the game. Gave the 3 runs in 5 innings. Didn't figure in the decision, but you know what? Another game that he started, they won. And at his locker speaking, post-game is Mad Bum.
We're hard to kill. I'll say that for sure. And we got a special group of guys, and that was fun watching.
You've been in these situations so many times. What sort of momentum does it give you for tomorrow's game?
I mean, a lot. I mean, that's big for us, especially the way the game went, extra innings, and we had to keep fighting and keep grinding out innings on defense at the plate, and to come through right there, that's huge for us. I mean, that's, you know, we'll have as much momentum as we could have going into tomorrow's game.
Well, they are. Madison Bumgarner is right. They are hard to kill, and they showed it tonight. So they stay alive to play Game 4 with the Cubs. A little bit later on today, Matt Moore, John Lackey are the starters. Hey, we're live, so I know it's later, maybe early on the East Coast, but you know what? We'll have the omelets coming soon. Frank Thomas, Pete Rose, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Another game in the National League like hours ago and another day ago. Nationals and Dodgers. Nationals in Dodgers. Series tied at 1. 3rd inning. Nationals down 1-0, but they get it back. Jason Worth in the corner. Watch Trey Turner run, boys. He can fly.
Pick him up and put him down.
I like the first cutoff man there. Puig missed the first cutoff man there. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but he did miss the first cutoff man. That is the second baseman. The first baseman ended up catching the ball, throwing it to home.
It's hurt Puig before, Pete. It's a good point. Meanwhile, Anthony Rendon going deep off Kenta Maeda. It's a 2-run shot, and the Nationals out to a 4-1 lead. To the 9th we go. That's up 4-3. Kenley Jansen trying to keep it right there, but it's a Worthquake.
He got all that ball, Kevin.
Wow.
That is a poke.
He's had a good series. He really has.
Ex-Dodger.
Oh,
Great analysis, Frank. Man, you're right on top of it, baby.
He's not wrong, Pete. He is not wrong.
That ball was crushed.
It was
crushed.
8-3 Nationals. They have a 2-1 series lead now. And this is the kicker. As it stands, you know, it's 12:30 Pacific time. That game's going to start at 2 Pacific time. We don't know who the starters for the game are. So we did ask Dave Roberts after the game, or Andy McCullough did, hey, who's your starter for later today?
Dave, who's your starter for tomorrow?
We're in talks. I think that obviously the use of the pen today, no off day tomorrow, you know, playing tomorrow. So those are things that we're going to keep in mind, but we're not ready to announce yet.
Will you be? I mean, are you going to announce it tonight?
Possibly.
Nope, they haven't announced it yet.
What do you mean we're in talks? Did he call you, Frank?
It's 12:30.
Did he call you out?
Nope.
He didn't call me. Who he's been talking to?
Talks are ongoing. Talks are ongoing.
Well, they're up after curfew.
Vice president, general manager, trainer. They're having talks with everybody. They got to make sure this guy's healthy to pitch tomorrow.
What kind of talks would you have?
Sparky just say he's pitching.
Yeah.
All right. Jimmy Lee would say he's pitching. All right. Tony La Russa say he's pitching. Dave Roberts says we're going to talk. Who the hell is he going to talk to? You know who he's going to talk to?
It's an executive decision, Pete.
I mean, they're playing in what, 13 hours from now? They have to have a call.
All you got
at
to do is
point.
go out of his office, take a right, go down to about 4 lockers, and there's a guy sitting there named Kershaw.
Okay.
Say, you're pitching tomorrow, okay?
That would be a short talk, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be a short talk.
Alex Kershaw's got to pitch, right? I mean, they're down 2-1 in the series. They got to bring him back on short rest, right?
Absolutely, Kevin. Look, he's their best player. He's a franchise player. He's
$30 million a year.
What?
$30 million a year.
Let's not get the money involved. Don't hold that against them. Let me get. Look, I like Clayton Kershaw in 4-day rest. I love him in 3-day rest.
Why?
Well, you know, in my conversations with Andy Pettitte over the years, he always advocated he wanted to pitch with 3-day rest. He thought he would have better movement on the fastball, more life, and it worked very well, Pete, for Andy Pettitte.
I guess so. But he was 4-1 with a less than a 1.50 earned run average on 3 days rest. So Alex is absolutely right.
Got to go.
Although Andy's not pitching in this playoff.
They'd love to have him pitching, by the way. He was as good as anybody.
He was as good as anybody.
Five-time.
It's an executive decision. Guy's coming off a major back injury. They got to make sure he can pitch in 3 days rest when you're talking about his injury, because you don't want him to go out there laboring his back and hurt his arm. This guy's your franchise player. You pay him a lot of money. You got to make sure he's healthy enough to start
They
tomorrow.
didn't talk about his injury the other day when he pitched 5 innings.
Well, he fatigued a lot late in the ballgame the other day.
What do you mean?
His stuff was not as good later in that ballgame. Once he got close to 100.
Thomas?
When he got around 9,200 pitches, he was laboring a little bit. He didn't have the same pinpoint stuff he had early in the ballgame because it was his first time pitching that many innings in 2.5 months, Pete.
You'd be the biggest trainer in baseball if you were a trainer.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Okay, I got you. I got you. He's still going to pitch.
You can't hurt that guy. Yes, of course he's going to pitch, probably, but I don't know how long
I think Clayton Kershaw is going to pitch. But
hey, you say he's going to pitch probably.
He might have to pitch. He might have to pitch.
If
he's sore at all, I wouldn't pitch him.
Why? You're trying to get into the World Series, man.
I can tell you one thing. The Dodgers are in talks right
yes.
about whether he's going to pitch. All right. So the Indians are on the ALCS. Who will they face? Oh, the Blue Jays already won. What? Who's got the advantage here? Get your passport ready? We shall see. Blue Jays, Indians. Pete's calling the doctor right now.
Is this a skipper? Is this a skipper? Who's pitching tomorrow? We got to report this. Give us a hint.
What's wrong with you, man?
It's a big college football Saturday. First on FS1, high-powered offenses look to light up the scoreboard when Skylar Howard and the undefeated Mountaineers take on the Red Raiders.
Watch out!
Then on Fox, Sam Darnold and the Trojans battle the Wildcats in a Pac-12 South shootout. Saturday, West Virginia, Texas Tech at 11:30 Eastern on FS1. Then USC, Arizona at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do, drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around on 3 wheels. Smart.
With Liberty Mutual new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Keith Hernandez.
I'm Walt Clyde Frazier.
Hold the show.
That gray beard is a no-go.
In 5 easy minutes, put Just for Men in it.
Here's the kicker. Your beard will look thicker.
Guys.
Whopper. Fries. Soda. $10. Someone's gonna get fired.
Fired and Flame Grilled. Get 2 100% beef Whopper sandwiches, 2 fries, and 2 drinks now for just $10. It's the 2 for $10 Whopper meal, only at Burger King.
You talk about the Cowboys and the Patriots like they're like your kids.
That's the hottest seat in sports media. This is undisputed.
Have you ever noticed how some people in life seem to get away with everything?
We live our lives from an elevated perspective.
You're late.
Time's a relative concept.
Well, I see you have mastered the laws of gravity.
We are the masters of time and space.
And we all drive Jaguars.
The all-new Jaguar F-Pace. For great offers, visit your local Jaguar retailer today.
For unbeatable side-by-side performance, Yamaha offers two choices. The groundbreaking YXZ 1000R with 5-speed manual transmission, and the new YXZ 1000R Sport Shift with automatic clutch and paddle shifters, perfect for conquering tight technical terrain. For superior side-by-side performance, the choice is easy. Yamaha. Now get up to $2,000 customer cash, plus as low as 0% financing for 36 months.
What if your new neighbors
We're the Joneses.
weren't who they said they were?
Our neighbors are spies. We gotta get the kids. We gotta get my mom.
Don't bring her into this. We said twice a year, Christmas and Easter.
This is a national security situation. We need your help. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, sweetie. You know the cookies are for both of you.
Just put the cookie.
We don't get out often, so we like to make the most of it.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, rated PG-13.
The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball hit in the hole and short. Backhanded by Elvis. Go to second one. Back to first. Low throw. Knocked down by Moreland. Here comes Donaldson. Throw to the plate. Head first line. He scores. Ball game, Blue Jays. Another extra inning win for the Blue Jays in the postseason. 7-6 over the Texas Rangers to sweep the American League Division Series in 3 games.
Well, that was Sunday night. This was Monday night. We're now on Tuesday morning, some semblance of it. Indians, Blue Jays. I mean, there's a lot of celebration. This is all Toronto, actually. The Indians celebrated too, but we showed you that earlier. This is all Toronto from Sunday night, celebrating getting back to the ALCS for the 2nd straight year. I think it's going to be fun. And they played some spirited games this year, some fun games. But who's better? Who's got the advantage in this one, Frank?
That's a hard one to call, but I think it's going to be a very even series now that both teams have a delay. They're going to have 3 and 4 days off, respectively. I hate to see the Toronto team, who was hitting on all cylinders, with all their top players involved, hitting home runs, a lot of RBIs. That changes with 4 days off. Cleveland, very, very well pitched team who can pitch with anyone. I see one dynamite series, probably go 7 games.
It's 3 o'clock. Did you answer the question?
Yes, I did. Did you get that? 2 very good teams.
No question about it. They're in the finals.
Who are you picking? Way too early. We'll get that later.
I don't know. I think there's no advantage because both teams have time to set their pitching up the way they want it.
Right.
Which is a big disadvantage if you didn't have your number 1 starter pitching game 1. But I like Toronto's offense. I do. I really like their offense.
You know, Pete, I think you definitely have the best 2 teams playing for the American League Championship. Very evenly, like Frank said. Now, the one thing is, I still think there's the Andrew Miller effect. I think he makes Cleveland maybe a hair better and deeper than the Blue Jays.
And one thing about the Indians, too, is they don't maybe have too many stars in the lineup. If you're looking for the everyday or the non-everyday fan, but they were 2nd in the American League in runs scored. They somehow kept doing it all year, and these guys did it again in this series, and they swept away the Red Sox. It was pretty impressive. Frank, that lineup is better than you think, even without Michael Brantley all year.
Well, it's led by Lindor and Kipnis. This guy can really play up the middle. The rest of those guys chime in very, very well. Santana's very underrated superstar at first base, so they can swing it with everybody. But the pitching is going to be the key in this series. Blue Jays might be a little shaky if Sanchez is not ready to go and pitch well. He pitched okay the other day, I thought. But I don't know how they're going to set their rotation because these guys, it's going to be a very good series. I like both of these teams. I do think maybe Toronto wins because of the big home run.
All right, we shall see. That'll start on Friday night, the ALCS. Meanwhile, you're watching the postgame on this early Tuesday morning. This was the game. 13 innings. What an affair. Wild one. Joe Panic, the walk-off winner. The Giants are alive, and they'll go to a Game 4 later on today against Chicago. More to come.
Shannon, you may be a Hall of Famer, but Gronk may end up being the best ever. He has over 5,500 yards and 65 spikes, and he's just getting started.
How many?
The hair on the face of a man is said to be as strong as copper wire. So what's a man to do? How about a razor with blades stronger than steel? The new Gillette Mach 3 is engineered to take on hair this tough. From metal stubble to manly stubble. The new Mach 3 with the world's #1 selling blades. Now starting under $10. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Upgrade your phone system and learn how you could save at Vonage.com/business.
Great game last night.
Yeah, fantastic finish.
That kid stuck with electric.
Reminds me of a young Pedro.
It's gonna go down to the wire, right to the very end.
Woo! Better buckle your seatbelt. Nice job, Berthy.
Yo, HR, my AB, man. Oh, man.
Lighter's getting rocked.
Harold still got it.
It's showtime. Let's go.
And welcome everyone to MLB Tonight.
I don't want to overstate things, but I may have just changed the entire world.
I could tell right away ZipRecruiter was going to make hiring a lot easier.
Go to ZipRecruiter.com and post to over 100 job boards with one click. Then easily select the best candidates from one list. Try it for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/direct.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma, call now. An estimated $30 billion has been set aside for asbestos victims. You may be entitled to compensation. For your free legal consultation, call 1-800-644-9174. That's 1-800-644-9174.
This is a legal alert for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. If you used Johnson's baby powder, shower to shower, or another talcum powder product, you may have a case.
Call 1-800-530-9614. That's 1-800-530-9614.
Attention sleep apnea sufferers. If you use CPAP therapy and have private insurance or a Medicare replacement plan, Americare CPAP may be able to help you get your CPAP supplies at little or no cost to you and free shipping.
Call 800-997-9210.
It's a big day today on FS1, and apparently we're going to stay on the air till these games start. Got the Nationals-Dodgers coming up at 4 Eastern, and we'll have a pregame before that. And then we've got the Cubs-Giants Game 4, followed by the postgame show. And essentially, we're just going to stay on the air forever. So Pete, so that we got 12 hours and 17 minutes. The next game starts. You're speechless, I know. We're back.
It's past his bedtime.
Experience the thrill of the Lexus IS F Sport, because the ultimate expression of power is control. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Beard hair can be as strong as copper wire. The Gillette Mach 3 is precision engineered to cut hair this tough. No wonder it has the world's #1 selling blades. Mach 3, now as low as $10. Gillette.
The first rule of being a Viking is that teamwork is important. Remember to do the little things. Help each other out. And the second rule of being a Viking, there's more than one way to win. Vikings, War of Clans. Play free now.
Is he gone? Finally! I thought he'd never leave.
Why are you texting my man at 2 a.m.?
If you want someone to leave you alone, you pretend like you're sleeping. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Taking selfies in the kitchen does not make you a model. Okay.
Whopper. Fries. Soda. $10. Someone's gonna get fired.
Fired and Flame Grilled. Get 2 100% beef Whopper sandwiches, 2 fries, and 2 drinks now for just $10. It's the 2 for $10 Whopper meal, only at Burger King.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and you're talking to your doctor about your medication, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira helping me go further. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms. Humira has been clinically studied for over 18 years.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB. Hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ready for a new chapter? Talk to your rheumatologist. This is Humira at work.
It's a big college football Saturday. First on FS1. High-powered offenses look to light up the scoreboard when Skylar Howard and the undefeated Mountaineers take on the Red Raiders.
Watch out!
Then on Fox, Sam Darnold and the Trojans battle the Wildcats in a Pac-12 South shootout. Saturday, West Virginia, Texas Tech at 11:30 Eastern on FS1. Then USC, Arizona at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Well, this is cool. At the game tonight in San Francisco, our guy Lav, Steve Lavin, and his 90-year-old mother, Mary, at the Giants game. Of course, Lavin from the Bay Area. How cool is that? And Lav was one of the all-time great guys, too. Hanging out there, and glad you're hanging out with us tonight. We know it's super late on the East Coast, late on the West Coast, too. But, yeah, Frank Thomas, Pete Rose, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So a lot of preparation goes into these shows, even though it probably looks like we don't do any of it. But we do. And here's another picture we wanted to share. Pete, you know this from earlier. So Pete was looking at Alex taking a lot of notes. Pete, I noticed there are no notes for you, Pete.
Yeah, because if I write notes, I can't see them. So why am I going to waste my time? I'm not going to put my goggles on unless you guys get champagne out. Then I'll put the goggles on.
Tell that man is a wealth of knowledge up there, Pete. You don't need notes.
Yeah, but you don't read your notes.
Oh, yes, I do. You see these glasses right here?
Yes.
I keep up with them.
Meanwhile, Alex's notes are so nicely written and neat and just really...
Look how many notes these guys. Look at all this. Look. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look these notes. Look at these notes. Here, Alex, look at these notes. Where are they?
Might want to save them. We're back on TV in like an hour for the other game. Frank's up next with Fox Sports Live with Jay and Dan. We're out. We'll see you in a couple hours. Bye.
Good night, guys.